Great people, welcome back to Global Have Things. Today we're so excited to have you again as preparation are on top gear by those who are interested in 2023 presidential election. A group have decided to send two of the key contestants, for one is in APC and one is in PDP, for them to forget about their lofty dream of becoming the president of Nigeria, but focus on making Southeast a key lead in the presidential race, as they have also sent a message to one of the topmost contender who is yet to do anything about declaring his intention for the lofty position of the president of Nigeria. We are going to share details of this and what the reaction of the people are in respect to the level of preparedness on the part of the Southeasterners. But before we do all of that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well to hit on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, two groups which have been advocating for Nigerian President of Igbo instruction, the Igbo Leadership Development Foundation and the New Generation Leadership Development Foundation, have called on the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the former Governor of Lagos State Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to shelve their presidential ambition and support the Southeast in the next year general election. This was as the group hailed the emergence of several Igbo sons on the political scene, seeking to take a shot at the presidency in 2023. At a new news conference on Friday in Abuja, the group encouraged other Igbo politicians to signify interest in their various political parties, but added that the race will not be complete without the involvement of a former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi. This was part of the text of a communique presented to the media on Friday and signed by Dr. Godwin Udebe, Dr. Law Mefo, as well as Mrs. Onyebuchi Obeta and Chike Afoikelu. According to the communique, it says, "We are further motivated and delighted that our vigorous campaign for Nigeria's president of Southeast extraction has inspired some eminent sons of Southeast divide to signify interest to contest for the office of President of Nigeria in 2023. There is, however, a foremost Southeast son that is most conspicuously missing in the fray, and he is the former governor of Anambra State and the former presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party in the 2019 presidential election, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. We make bold to say that this race will not be complete without Peter Obi. Our twin organization believe his personality fits the condition which have been set for aspirants like a glove. You will recall that we gave the conditions at an earlier press conference. They also urged the All Progressive Congress APC and the PDP to let go of their presidential ticket to the Southeast. According to them, they said, Nigeria is now at a crossroads and needs a strong leader who has integrity, competence, national visibility, and acceptability. Only the deep can call to the deep. We shall in due course endorse one candidate post PDP and APC convention. May we also use this opportunity to appeal to the two leading political parties, namely the PDP and the APC, to complete their actions on rotation by zoning their presidential ticket to South and particularly to the Southeast, the only zone yet to produce the president of Nigeria since 1999, and indeed since after the Civil War. The PDP particularly needs not to be reminded that they wrote the principle of rotation of presidential power between North and South Nigeria into their constitution since 2019 and must obey their own rule to avoid litigation. By the way, may we also inform you that ILDF has made good its threat to go to court on the issue of rotation of presidential power, and we are in the Federal High Court with political parties on this subject. We will not end without advising and appealing to His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to forget his perennial presidential ambition and support the Southeast that have supported him. We extend the same appeal to His Excellency Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the Jagabam, and to any other aspirant from the southern part of Nigeria to also shield their presidential ambition for the sake of southern solidarity and to support the Southeast that has always supported them. That's the standpoint of the group. But then, looking at the general reactions of Nigerian and what political elite and some key analysts are saying, 2023 election, just like Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu have said, and also Atiku Abubakar have said, this is democracy. And being democracy, everyone is free to contest, to vote, and to be voted for. But what will secure success for everyone is your level of involvement in regional campaign, in going from state to state. You go from the local level down to the state level and also to the federal level. And when you go there, you get yourself prepared to let the people understand what your standpoint is. Now, first of all, if you listen to the group, their choices candidate based on what they say, or the candidate that will make complete the number of people who are vying for the position of presidency in the Southeast, their choices person is Peter Obi. But it's important to understand that this politics is not that of just Southeast. In other words, we are not only looking at people in the Southeast, we are not only looking for a president of Southeast, we are looking for the president of Nigeria. And in this country, we have 6 geopolitical zones, and those 6 political zones have a serious, contribution to give in terms of demography to this election, presidential election. So the candidate advice is to get a candidate who will enjoy support. And I say it again, candidate who will enjoy support from all the geopolitical zones, especially in areas where there is concentration of people. For example, in the northeast, in the northwest, there are a lot of people there. And even in the north central, talking about the middle belt, we have a lot of people. In the southwest also, we have a lot of people. So even if you can secure the support of all your people in the southeast, you've got to also consider the fact that is this person candidate accepted, nationally is important. Some time ago, I didn't make mention, not trying to discourage Peter Obi from, continuing with his plan of becoming or going for presidency. But some time ago, I saw the northern part of the country, most of those who are used to social media, they came on board when someone recommended Peter Obi, and they rejected him openly. He said, if the Southeast will be given the presidential ticket and they hand it over to Peter Obi, they should be rest assured that they will fail. And the reason were clearly stated that Peter Obi, during his days as a governor, never supported the amalgamation, never supported the unity of the country in terms of accepting them to stay in the Southeast, that his state was a no-go area. Any little thing he sparks on the north and all of that, they won't give him such an opportunity to lead the country if such a time comes. So now you now see that there is a question mark there, except he can go back to realign things in the hearts of these people. These things are overly important because this politics we are talking about, you can't force people to stop, going for whatever they want. But then you must be diplomatic enough to lobby people to accept you and also to work for you. And at the end of the day, you agree on something. So right now, if they are looking for someone who is good, it should be someone who is accepted. And the issue of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and Atiku, stepping down, it's something that cannot fly. The only thing to do is to ensure that you build capacity more than him, and that's all. That's why I like to leave it. Go to